Okay, so right now we are reading Ken. I'm in the middle of doing a twist out. This time it's different because I'm trying to do less heat to my hair. So this twist out is more so like wet hair, and then we're gonna braid it and curl it and see how it goes. Let's chat about Ken. When I heard that this was the book of the summer for the girlies, I was excited. I said, okay, let's do this. I've been in a huge thriller bag for a couple years now, but I've mixed it with some romance and things like that. But I was excited about this. I knew that this was a novel that was going to be different for me. So when I opened it up, I was so excited to see, that may be the only issue. But once we get it around the loop, we should be okay. Once I opened it and I saw that it was going to be dual first person, so we were going to be able to hear from the perspective of each of the girls. I was so excited because I love when I can really just hear from both of the main characters. I love Bernice and Annie down, y'all. Like, I love these girls down. I see a lot of, myself in these girls, and I also can understand like what they're going through. I have family that's down south, and it's definitely different, and especially when you make these people your family and you living in a small town, it's like everybody know everybody. I love the innocence that she has with these girls. I love that their innocence is like really playing on each other and the relationship that they have as best friends. And I'm trying to figure out like how else they cool. So where I'm at in the book right now, spoilers coming up. Where I'm at in the book right now, Annie and Bernice are seeing each other. Annie and Niecy, they seeing each other for the first time since I guess they last saw each other. Yeah, it's been maybe I want to say like 2 years. I want to say it probably has to be like 2 years because I think Bernice is in her junior year and she want to hurry up and marry Franklin. These girls are seeing each other for the first time. One's a virgin, one's not a virgin. They both are in relationships, so they are definitely growing into womanhood. Now, some elements that I want to chat about that I really like about this book. I love the wittiness of the book. Like I read one of the reviews and it said like she's so witty, and it's like absolutely like the way that she, like I said, just keeps that innocence, like keeps that down south innocence of the girls. Like I really love that. So now I am a little confused. The only thing I don't like, and like I said, I'm still reading the book right now. I just got to the part where the girls are seeing each other again for the first time in a long time. And maybe this is because it's written this way because that's the only way that it could be written. Her mom passing, Annie hearing about her mom passed, and then all of a sudden hearing that her mom is actually alive was a little like, to me. I kind of just like, okay, wait, why was this written that way? Kind of trying to get that understanding now. So I know that it's supposed to be like a big tragedy happening. That's going to bring them two together, or test the validity of their friendship. But I'm looking for that. I'm waiting for that. I feel like I'm at page 200. So I'm like very much so in the space of like, where's the climax of this book? It's pretty interesting. I'm trying to make sure, especially me being like a former thriller girl, and I'm trying to definitely, and I always say I read just thrillers. I read a lot. I read self-development books, thrillers, romance. I read them all. But I think that I'm just trying to understand the major component of, or maybe we're not there yet with the climax. Now, I am super eager and excited to really have Annie finally meet her mom. And this is why Bernice is out there. And that girl rode a bus, which I was very proud of her for riding that bus because she had a terrible experience. And I know what that's like having a terrible experience, and not kind of just wanting to be in that environment ever again. I've been through that. So for her, how much she loves her girl, Annie. to be able to do this and ride the bus after like what happened to her the last time she rode a bus. So Vernice being here is huge because now I guess we're really about to finally have that moment where Annie can meet her mom. I also hold on. Bobo. I'm calling him Bobo, and Bobo is definitely cheating on our girl Annie. He's definitely cheating on our girl Annie. He's playing in the clubs. He was coming late, and then all of a sudden he want to marry her just because he found out that her mom is actually deceased. That is weird. Like, and I love how she put it in the letter to Niecy. She was saying that Bobo is jealous for how much space my mom takes up. And I think that's true. Like, I do think she was maybe going a little crazy, but I also don't understand why she got to Memphis and kind of waited so long to try to go find her family. That to me was kind of like, why would you wait so long to go and try to find her? This is that kind of was baffling to me, and so it was heartbreaking because I'm like, well, dang, like, girl, if you didn't like take so long to try to go find your mom, like, she would still be alive. And she kind of had that feeling too. So it's one of those things where it's like, okay, cool, let me not beat her up too bad, because she probably already feeling like, dang, I've been sitting over here at this bar, and this whole time I should have been trying to go find my mom. But I mean, luckily to find out that, okay, the mom is actually still alive. The frustration between gosh, what's the guy name that came and told her, hey, your mom's actually still alive? Not Sweet, but was it Nathaniel? But the frustration that Bobo had towards him should tell that girl everything she needs to know. That man is not for her. And because why would you be so upset that she's finally being told that her mom is actually alive? Her mom's actually alive. I don't understand that. So, but like she said, he gets jealous because I think he wants to be the main one, and I think he knows that he can't be the main one because, like she said, you haven't even introduced me to your mama. You haven't even told your mama about me. It's one of those things where it's like, and then how he gonna sit here and try to and get on one knee and he ain't even introduce you to his mama? Child, Boo Boo. I don't like Boo Boo for Annie, and I hope she realizes it one day. I mean, I think he's a great guy. He is smart, wise, and probably is showing and teaching her a lot. But it's something up. It's something not right, and something is up with him. The whole isolation thing, from her family is, I think, like something that he likes because he can try to build his own world with it. Especially because that's what I think he wanted to go to Memphis to do, build his own little world. And she's still holding on to honeysuckle. Maybe that's what it is. She's still holding on to honeysuckle. He wants to kind of just, good riddance with that. She never will, as long as she's, in search of her mom. Yeah, we got so much more to explore with this book, though. Hoping to possibly have it finished this weekend. And I'll come back and do another review. Hopefully my hair will be all twisted up. But let me know what y'all think. Who do y'all like more? Are you guys feeling Annie more or Niecy more? Y'all. Okay, we finished. And I was not ready. I make all my ugly faces. Okay, so of course build up happening. But see, me, I like to take peeks. So I took a peek at the back. I don't peek and read. I kind of just look at the chapter name or some shit like that. So I took a peek. And yeah, I just saw Annie's name. So I didn't see that coming. So, all right, now let's talk about it. Because when I had started my little twist out, we were talking about Annie being pregnant, and the girls, well, no, she wasn't pregnant. She had just found out that her mom is actually alive, and she wanted to go and meet her mom, but she really wanted Niecy to be there with her. It's so funny too, because like that's kind of how best friends are when they kind of see each other. It's been a while that they've seen each other, like the nerves and it's just like that timidness. And then I was just mentioning that the secrecy of best friends after, you know, being away for so long from each other is like that guilt that you feel like you're hiding this certain life from them, when it's like, it's not that you're just like hiding that life from them. It's just that life has been happening. I felt like throughout the book, her in the moments with her mom just it just can't be perfect. There's just no way. So that is that was like kind of like a no-brainer, but it did truly break my heart for her to just, you know, see her sister, see her little brother, and not at least go speak to the mom. And definitely she saw the mom peeking out at her, but and then we'll get to also a little part that I just thought was a little like blindsiding of us, or it was just kind of like thrown in there. The element of innocence with these girls, I love how it's just like truly just shown on both sides, and it's done so well, because you see both of their innocence in both in two different environments, and I really appreciated that and seeing that. But a huge wake-up call to me and a discussion point that I had was Annie calling Niecy out on her being truthful and honest with her husband about Joetta. And it's that question of, do women still check each other, you know, saying men. And I was like, I don't understand how men can, you know, be cool with other men and they're not taking care of their kids, or be cool with a man that's cheating on his wife, or do business with a man that's cheating on his wife. Like, and so he was like, well, you know, women, they don't be checking each other. Women don't check each other. Women actually encourage, you know, another woman to cheat sometimes. And I'm like, sometimes. However, you know, you see Annie saying like, hey, no, this is not you. This is not who you are. You're an honest individual. We come from an honest place, and not being honest with your husband is not what we do. That's not our character. So I feel like I loved the pride and that sense of friendship being still intact, of when Annie was able to like really check her best friend and let her know like, hey, that's not right of you. And this is how it came out. And my hair, I did it with my hair being wet and dried pretty well, so I think it did pretty good. Baby, Annie was running away into her mother this entire book, her entire life. How can I say this? When you experience, because I have I've had my daddy issues, and when you are really lost in trying to find an understanding of why certain things happen to you in regards to your childhood, it is, if it's not addressed, it's going to haunt you. One thing I did not appreciate is how they kind of just threw in there, oh yeah, you know, and my mom came by the bar. When I started reading, and she was going to see her mother, and try to meet her mother, and her mother did see her, but, you know, ended up walking away, closing the blinds on her. I said, okay, she's gonna go try to find her now, because it's one of those things where it's gonna haunt her. She's gonna have that mystery in her mind as well, of like, oh my gosh, my daughter's here, what is my daughter doing here? I get a chance to actually meet her, see her, you know, there's gonna be that piece of curiosity that will always probably follow her as a mom. Lo and behold, that's what happens. But I really wish it was treated a little bit better, rather than kind of like a thrown in chapter. I mean, of course, it couldn't be more than what it was, because her character had to be cross towards Niecy, you know, it had to be that. I totally understand that. So, but man, I guess it's just me wanting more for her, and probably seeing a lot of myself in her, with that desire and that wonder, and that like, I guess I kind of wanted more for her, especially with everyone like really denying her as she kind of got closer and closer to actually really figuring this all out. Now, can we talk? Let's go on over there to Niecy now. I am not blind. I definitely know and understand that Niecy is probably in the life that she's living right now. She has like a great partner. Like, oh my gosh, like, oof. The things that he says to her and how he speaks to her is just so beautiful. It's so tender, so soft, so intentional. I just absolutely love Franklin for her. Niecy had to know that when she went and asked her ex-boo to bury her best friend, she had to know that that vindictive little girl was going to want to ask for more. That is the definition of a spoiled ass brat. Like, Joetta got on my nerves. Like, I was like, oh my god, I cannot believe she did that. But also, yeah, I can't believe she did that. She used any moment and every moment to make it about herself. Joetta was extremely selfish, and she knew that she could do that to Niecy, because she knew how Niecy was so impressionable, and she just took advantage of Niecy. I just couldn't stand her. Like, in the moment of her best friend being gone, like, this is what you choose to do. Definitely think that our girl Niecy is in heaven. I love everything, all of this for her, absolutely. But I think she is definitely going to come to a place where she's going to become pretty unhappy, especially when she realizes that, as she said, she's just like in that wife apprenticeship with her mother-in-law, and she has to like build her own identity, and she's not going to know how to do that. So in love with Ken, and I think it's more so a love letter to women and friendships and the importance of friendships. For example, when Niecy's mother-in-law, Mrs. McHenry, was trying to give her the understanding of you can't bring everybody with you, which that is also a real thing when it comes to friendships. And I think everyone has that issue of trying to like navigate those type of conversations. But when she was trying to give her those little 2 cents, Niecy was trying to say, you know, well, she's like my Ken, like we've known each other since we were babies. And then Mrs. McHenry says, well, yeah, like, well, this is my real actual sister. Niecy's place of, well, this is kind of like the only family that I have, is how we should start looking at our friendships more. The book is going to be something that I hand over to my daughters for sure. It's a good novel to the parallels of friendships, how they grow apart, how they go together. Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a book that stays in my house.